another reading for like, comment, subscribe. Oh my god. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and this is Lauren's Library. Today I'm finally going to do, well, today is the Good Friday, so I'm going to try and finally do the part 1 of a challenge for myself that I started at the beginning of the year, the judge a book by its cover challenge. And that's basically where I want to get a lot of these special edition books that I have on my cart read and see if they're actually good or they just look pretty. So I didn't know, I'm gonna since it's a long weekend, I'm gonna try and read one of these books this weekend, and I didn't know which one, so I wrote down all the titles and put them in this little teapot, and I'm just gonna draw a name out of this little teapot. Now I'm gonna pull a name of a book out of my little teapot here. So the top is off. Let's see. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know what book it's gonna be. A Dowry of Blood. Not what I was expecting. Oh, can you see it? A Dowry of Blood. My handwriting, I did this in a rush because I'm trying to go. But yeah, that's what, where is it? Let's see, A Dowry of Blood. Oh, let me turn it over. Whoop. Let's see if I can get it out of here, because these are all packed in here like sardines. Okay. A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This is let me move this out of the way. What I know about this book is that this is a story told from the perspective of Dracula's wife. So, look how beautiful she is. This is a Fairy Loot edition. I forget what month. Let's see. This pretty nightscape. And then these beautiful pen pages. Oh, this is going to tell me what month. This was the Fairy Loot November 2022 box of the month for that month. So this is what I'm going to read for this weekend. Right now I'm about to go to brunch by myself, and I'll be taking this book with me. I'm probably going to go to Waffle House or somewhere where I can sit down and have some peace to myself and read. I'm excited to see what this is all about. And I'm excited to get this challenge started on my channel. But yeah, I'll check in with y'all when I get to Waffle House for brunch. Bye-bye. Okay, everyone, I've eaten brunch at Waffle House. Now I'm at Barnes & Noble. This is a new Barnes & Noble because I'm trying to find one that I actually like in this area that I've moved into. I don't know why the camera just went out of focus just then. But I'm at this new Barnes & Noble. I'm starting to, I don't know what's going on with my camera, but I started reading A Dowry of Blood in Waffle House. I only got to page 12 because they bring out your food quickly in Waffle House, so I didn't have to wait very long. But so far, it just seems like letters to Dracula. His wife is writing letters to him. And they're just like quick little letters. So this should be a very quick read. So I'm going to go in Barnes & Noble. I have some orange juice, but it's almost gone. So I'll probably, if this one has a Starbucks, I'll probably get something from Starbucks. Drink my Starbucks and continue to read, browse a little. But the main goal is to read. I just wanted to sit somewhere other than home, so I just went to the nearest Barnes & Noble, and I'm here at this new one, and I think it's called like Firewheel something. Is it on my GPS? No. Firewheel, this area is called something. Firewheel Square, something like that, y'all. I don't know. But this is a new Barnes & Noble. I've never gone here, so let's see what it's like. I know y'all get tired of me showing y'all Barnes & Noble, but here we are. Okay guys, I'm on my way home from the Barnes & Noble in Firewheel Town Center. I really enjoyed that Barnes & Noble. It was very busy though. A lot of kids running around with no home training. But I could see myself going back and visiting there in that area, period. Again, I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh. Oh shoot. But yeah, it was a nice Barnes & Noble. I read to like page 60 in my book. So far, like I said before, this is we're reading letters written by, well, we don't know if he's Dracula. It hasn't been confirmed or not. That's just what I've heard through the grapevine about this book is that it's about Dracula's wife's, it's a story told from the perspective of Dracula's wife. But we're just, so far we've learned how she became a vampire and how he found her very vulnerable after an attack or raid on her village, and how he had taught her vengeance and all this other stuff, and her life being the only lady to this castle that they live in this village above the town, and just her life there, and how she felt, she was reminiscing on that time and on how she would fall or pay attention to every word that left his mouth and every action that he took, and how, what word can I use, and how starstruck she was, for lack of better words, over him. And how she's looking back and realizing how foolish she was, but she wasn't really foolish because he did prey on her when she was literally vulnerable and dying, and he took advantage of her losing all of her family and everything, and her entire life basically, and how he took her name. She describes like he named her and he was like, I'll call you, I think her name was like Constanta, the name he gave her, Constanta or something like that. And she says as soon as he named her that and said that he was going to start calling her that, she couldn't even remember the name that she was born with, and how the clothes that she was wearing when he brought her to his castle, how that was the last time she ever saw those. But I'm really enjoying it so far. It's going by really quickly. If I had enough time today, I had a kind of a late start, I would have stayed at Barnes & Noble and read a lot more, because I got through those 60 pages really quickly, but it got kind of late and I didn't want to get stuck in afternoon traffic. So I'm on my way home and I'm going to continue to read when I get there. And that's all the update I have to give you right now. But so talk to y'all later. Hi everybody, it's the next day. I'm out shopping with my mom. She went and dropped some mail off, but I just wanted to come in for a quick update. Let me see if I can balance this. Oh, no, I don't think it's gonna sit. I'll just hold it. But I read to like page 115 last night, and we're starting to see a bit of the manipulation coming in from this person that she's writing the letter to. We don't know if it's Dracula. I need to look at the synopsis to see if the synopsis mentions him by name, because he hasn't been mentioned by name in the story so far. But so far, I'm really enjoying how this story is being laid out, and we're starting to see little looks into his abuse and how manipulative he is, and how you see her reaction to him acting that way, and like she doesn't know what the right answer is, and she can't even state her own opinion. She only wants to say what he thinks she should answer. So she says, what does he want me to say? Because I know either way I answer, that's what's going to happen in the end. And I'm just really enjoying how the story is being laid out. And also, I meant to say in my last update, in the beginning of the story, when she's meeting him and everything, well, he comes up to her while she's dying, we see, like, in any other story, I meant to say this, in any other story that would have been seen as like romantic, like if this was like a paranormal romance, but you feel the eeriness. The author does a really good job in making you feel uneasy about exactly what's going on. And there are also these instances where she sees him as a father figure, but also as a romantic interest, and that's really off-putting as well. So you get these little looks behind the curtain where you're like, something's not right here. But we just haven't. We're just at this part where he's taken on another. You don't call like vampire covens or anything. What do you call them? Like nests? I don't know. But he's found this other woman that he's turning into a vampire. That's where I ended off. Now her name is Magdalena. And so yeah, they're in Spain, and he was like asking her opinion, like, oh, should we let her join us? And she was like, I know he already wants her to join us, so I'm just gonna say yes because I know that's the answer he expects. Yeah, so it's a very interesting story. I can't wait to get back home and read, but right now we're out shopping. I think we're supposed to go to a thrift store here in a minute after she wraps up. But yeah, that's the update I have for right now, and so far so good. I'll check in with y'all later. Bye bye. I'm back to wrap up the first part of my Judge a Book by Its Cover series. I've completed A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. Just before I let you know what I thought about it and if she will be remaining on my shelves, in this story we follow a main character named Constanta. That is the name that was given to her by her abuser. And let me just double check. It doesn't say who. We don't know who her abuser. He is never named by name, even after, towards the end. So there's been a raid in her village of some sort, and she's been left to die during this raid, and she's saved by this mysterious stranger who sucks out all of her blood and then asks him to suck her blood so she's able to turn into a vampire. And she's taken to this amazing castle that's dark, nobody else is around, and she's living this amazing life with him. But we see, as we're seeing, like I said in my previous clips, if this same beginning of the story had happened in a different genre of a book, it would have been seen as romantic. But we see how eerie and uncomfortable she is. But once he starts to get like his fingers wrapped around her, we see how uncomfortable and how dangerous he is. And but I don't think our main character really notices that because like I've said, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this entire book is told in letters. Like she's writing letters to him from a point in the future. So she's going back to the beginning and saying, oh, I remember when we did this, and then this happened, and she's writing these letters to him. And so I don't think in the moment, like now she knows those, she sees those signs, but in the moment I don't think because she was vulnerable and literally about to die, and so she didn't really see the same signs that we see as the reader. But I think when she does notice, I feel like these signs of abuse and manipulation is when he starts bringing in new people into their horde. So that's when we meet characters like Magdalena and Alexei. Magdalena was first, and we see she sees like these strange habits he has, and she's like something's not right about that, and it just escalates and escalates throughout the entire book until there's a breaking point. But as I said before, she sees when Magdalena comes, it's not like this jealousy she has with the relationship. She's like, oh, when he does this, when he acts this way towards me, this is how I react. But Magdalena reacts this way, and it's strange to see. It's just, I don't know how to formulate what I'm trying to say, but I think that was the turning point of when she realized that she was being abused or manipulated. And then when Alexei came, that was literally the pot boiling over. And we see their relationship turn darker and darker and darker, literally at the turn of each century, it seemed like, because we're with them. I don't even know if they told us what year. She had to have been from like the 1400s or something, and we go all the way up into present day in the epilogue. But yeah, to tell you what I felt about this book, I gave A Dowry of Blood 5 stars. I really enjoyed the way the story was told, how we're seeing how she felt in the present, and also her reflecting on how she felt as a person who can see clearly of what kind of relationship she had with this man. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. This will be remaining on my shelves. For my first part of the Judge a Book by its Cover, this was a correct judgment, and I really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to do this again. This was really fun to finally get to the books that are on my book cart. So yeah, this was 5 out of 5 stars. If you have any questions about this book, or if you want to know any trigger warnings, because there's a whole list of trigger warnings before reading this book. Yeah, so blood, emotional, verbal, and physical abuse, gaslighting, depression. Yeah, I completely forgot to, because I finished this a few days ago, but I'm just filming the wrap up now. But yeah, Magdalena, when she's introduced, she sees how different he is with her than how she is with him, or how he is with her. And when that changes, because he's in like his honeymoon phase with her, and he wants to give her everything to make it seem like, oh, we're about to live this perfect life for eternity. And once she is no longer his new shiny thing, she falls into this depression. And it's really interesting seeing depression from a state of probably the time where depression probably wasn't even a word that they used, and she would just get into these funks. And it was just really interesting to see that set in like whatever year they were in, like probably the 1600s, 1800s. But yeah, I enjoyed this. 5 out of 5 stars. And I can't wait to read for my to see what I'm going to read for my next Judge a Book by its Cover. So if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.